This review is requested once again by Yang Fisher, who not too long ago requested me to review Kong Skull Island. If you guys haven't noticed, watch that review and you'll see why. I enjoyed that one a lot. This movie, not so much. Yo, what's up everybody, J2Das here. Today, I'm gonna be reviewing the sequel to the 1984 classic, Ghostbusters 2. No, this is not the 2016 reboot. In fact, that one's been done already, a year and a half ago. It stars the returning Ghostbusters from their previous encounter with the ghosts. Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, DeLay Harold Ramis, and Ernie Hudson, along with Sigourney Weaver as Dana Barrett. After saving New York City from a ghost attack, the team is disbanded for demolishing parts of the city during the battle. But when Peter Venkman learns that spirits have taken an interest in his son, the men launch a rogue ghost-chasing mission. Their quest quickly goes awry, landing them in court. But when the ghosts turn on the judge, he issues an order allowing the Ghostbusters to get back to work. Okay, so that's normal. I mean, I get it, it's a fantasy story, it doesn't have to make sense. But what I'm concerned about is that I was hoping that they would keep the same feeling from their previous film, not to tell the same story over again, but to basically sprinkle in some comedic moments and character charisma from its predecessor into its sequel to basically meander into the story. But unfortunately, the charm is completely squandered, resulting into very convoluted and very confusing subplots about some sort of ooze that is spreading throughout the town, and another subplot about a baby that is under some sort of hypnotic spell that will turn him into a ghostly ghoul like the rest of them or something along those lines. I don't know, they're very confusing and hard to follow. But give them credit though, the effects were updated. The ghosts still look out of this world as its original, so that's cool to see. Even the Kim Morgan cinematography was pleasant to look at. Basically the technology has been updated in terms of budget is what I'm trying to say, since the first one was a major hit back then, of course. Even when some scenes needed to be frightening and spooktacular, it does it. Like the scene where Ray, not the Ray you're thinking of kids out there, in fact, wrong franchise. This Ray. But it's during the final climax of the film where they have to save Dana's child from becoming a ghost like the rest of them. Then out of nowhere, Ray becomes a monster that quick. That's some scary stuff right there. But unfortunately, it's still not enough to save it from being very lackluster, to be completely honest with you. The acting performance, I don't know, seemed a bit out of character to me. I mean, I know it's the same director who did the first movie, but if he directed the sequel, there was still no effort put into it. In fact, we didn't even need a sequel. The original was pretty much all we needed in terms of an original story about 4 exterminators who pretty much capture swarming ghosts for a living. Speaking of which, first off, the character development articulation was nothing like the original Ghostbusters, which was poorly executed, all things considered. Second, like I said, the story and plotline was very confusing and out of place. And lastly, this is a huge one. The comedic timings. I don't even need to explain it. I mean, this was my first time watching this movie, and already the jokes to me fell flat in its face. None of the jokes were funny. They were awkward, embarrassing, and juvenile. If you guys are new to my channel, you'll know what I'm talking about. Overall, guys, in the end, I thought Ghostbusters 2 was very disappointing. To sum it all up for today, the jokes fell flat. It was awesome to see our favorite characters again, but it's still not enough to save it. The story was very confusing and hard to follow, and the overall movie is just another sequel-itis cliche where it's the second movie, but it completely lost the charm of its predecessor. So as a result, I rate Ghostbusters 2 2.5 stars out of 5. I mean, if you guys do like this movie, then I'm not saying you're a complete idiot or a complete terrible person for liking this movie. I'm just saying the original is a completely better film, and that's more than enough. Just saying. So Ghostbusters 2, have you seen it? If you have, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Answers down below, please. Also, if you like this video and you want to see some more, make sure that like button shines in your face. That'll totally help me out a ton. Also, share that video with your family and friends and favorite it. That's a very good way to show support for this review. Also, if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell right next to you so you can be notified of future videos that I have in store for you. And also, follow me on Stardust so you can catch early reactions of movies, TV shows, and trailers. I'll put the link of it below in the description so you can download the app for yourself. But until then, I'll see you next time. Peace out.